So I have Rich and Jazzy here today, and they are influencers that do all kinds of traveling, but specifically a ton of cruises. So they have a YouTube page, they have a social media presence. And so for you guys, just starting off first, talk about starting your channel and your why.
Why did we start our channel? Well, we really started our channel geared towards just creating family memories. We moved from New York to Atlanta back in 2015, and we just wanted to document like our lives and what we're doing in a new city as a young couple. And then we had our oldest daughter, and we was like, you know what, let's document her baby life, and so that when she grows up, she has all this stuff to look back on, because we remember, like, us as kids, we only had like a little few videos of us as kids, but we were like, let's do something nice when we have kids, that they have like every little step that they've done in life, so they could really look back on everything. And so that's where we started. We started with a lifestyle channel, and then we would cruise every now and then on our channel, and then people really would like to see us cruise. So we were like, all right, well, let's double down on cruising. And so in 2020, we booked like 5-6 cruises. And then, of course, we all know what happened in 2020, and everything was canceled. So when cruising came back, I think it came back in June of 2021. We went on our first cruise, which was not our first cruise, but our first cruise back was the Carnival Mardi Gras. We went on the maiden voyage of that. So it was a huge deal, and that really like sparked our like, okay, we can do this. We can just double down on cruising because people like to see it. And that's what we started doing. We just started just going on all these cruises. And of course, it's work, but it's also pleasure as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And how have y'all seen your channel grow and the platform, the audience grow with y'all, and just from starting until now?
I think we end up taking a really big footprint in cruising now. We didn't expect to do that much in cruising. Now we do group cruises. We have Mel and SC. We've got over 100,000 people of color that we run a Facebook group for. Also, we do group cruises with them. We just do a lot in cruising, and we've gotten to the point now we're averaging 11, 12 cruises a year. So we're cruising almost every month. So we went from cruising once every year, every 2 years, to cruising every month and making a living off of cruising too.
Yeah, that's awesome. If you're gonna make a living, may as well cruise, huh?
Right.
Yeah, it's cool. It's
a very
weird.
cool
It's a
job.
really cool job, and it's weird. Like when I go on cruise, I'm like, well, I'm working, but I'm still on vacation. So it's a great problem to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about some goals that you have for your channel.
Oh, that's a good one. I definitely to gain more subscribers. Like I want to be able to be like live comfortably off of YouTube. Like I really enjoy YouTube. YouTube is our main platform. And I still believe that we can have so many ways of growing on YouTube. I would like to get back into doing lifestyle on our channel with cruising at the same time, if possible. But what other goal do you have for the channel?
Just to keep growing, the kind of in the direction it's going, but yes, also get back into doing some more lifestyle, because I think cruising, at some point we're going to catch up on our videos. We're some of those content creators that were always backed up on content, but at some point when we fully catch up, I think we'll end up having to do lifestyle.
Yeah. And I also would like to get to a space where I can give out cruises to families at least twice a year. So I want to, be financially comfortable where I can do that, because I do like to give back to, we did give away a cruise last year. So I would like to at least make that a thing on our channel, annual thing, and hopefully maybe twice a year we can do it. So hopefully that's something that we can continue to do. Is to give away cruises to, either a solo person or family. This last time we gave it away to 2 solo people. I would like to eventually be able to afford to be able to give away a cruise to a family eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. So talk about your favorite memories. Maybe it's a travel memory or a family memory you've had that was documented or not while having your channel.
A good memory of ours would have to be when I gave birth. And also, that's on our channel. A good memory is when Richard proposed to me.
Mhm.
That was like, and that also went viral. Both of those videos actually went viral. So something that was actually very monumental in my life went viral. So that was just like, okay, well, this solidifies like this is a big deal.
Right.
Women give birth every day, right? So what made my giving birth video so special? I don't know, but people get engaged to every day. What made me getting proposed to so special? I don't know, but I'm very grateful for that. Those were two of my most memorable videos for me, and I really, really appreciate those two a lot. What are your biggest memories? Not those two though.
Our honeymoon vlogs the
Oh
best.
yeah.
Our honeymoon vlog was just, to me, that was just so epic that we could go to, we did Dubai, we did the Maldives, and we did India in one trip. We didn't have a wedding. This is where we spent our money. We spent our money on our honeymoon, and it was so worth it. We got to document the whole thing. So it was cool to have a YouTube channel to document that. And even looking back on it, we weren't even that good of vloggers, I would
Vloggers,
say,
no.
like in terms of
The
how we
editing,
speak, the editing, the filming.
the quality
But it
of
was
the
raw, and it
video.
was us, and it was our honeymoon. So it's, to me, that's my favorite.
Oh, and another one, I just want to add one more in that was really good. That
Mhm.
was really special to me is when we purchased our house. Like we actually recorded us signing the papers.
Yeah.
We recorded our very first time
The
coming
empty
through
house
the
tour.
empty house, coming through the doors for the
Yeah.
very first time, like our genuine reaction to purchasing a house. Like was able to do, like I purchased my house when I was 29. So it was just something that I was able to check off all of my boxes on YouTube. So it was just really, really nice to have everything here and to show everyone. And people actually cared to watch it. So it's
Yeah.
cool.
That's really cool. And it's funny because sometimes those videos that you're like, it wasn't even the greatest editing, but
Yeah.
it did the best, or it did. I talk to people all the time that say, I put so much effort into this one video, and then this one I just put the camera up, recorded something, posted it, and it did the best. It's like I put no effort into it, or very little effort. It's funny, it's ironic that that's the one that goes the most viral. So yeah, that's definitely relatable. But that's part of the reason why I video everything too. I'm like, I want to have this recorded and documented, and it's fun to look back on. So I hear you there. What is your dream vacation or somewhere you would like to travel to or experience next?
Ooh. Cruising or non-cruising?
Either one.
Okay. A place I would like to go. I really would like to go to Australia. I've always wanted to go to Australia ever since I was a little kid from watching. I don't know if you know about Real World. Do you know Real World? The show on MTV?
Heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Okay, yeah, it was a real big thing. The Real World and Road Rules was a big thing, but I think it was Road Rules Australia or Real World. I think it was Real World Australia. But anyway, I always wanted to go there and explore the different countries around Australia, and just I just really would like to go to Australia. Like that is just a really big thing that I want to do, and I want to spend like at least 2 weeks there. At least 2 weeks.
It's a good one.
Does your face look like that way?
I don't know. Australia is just not that high on my list.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
So what's
it's
high on your
okay.
list?
Right now, I really want to go to Singapore.
Okay.
I want to go to
Oh,
Singapore.
yeah, that looks
That's
really
pretty high on
nice.
my list. I want to go to Japan. That's pretty high on my list.
So we're like two total opposites. You want to go to Asia? I want to go to Australia.
Yeah.
Two different continents. Okay.
It's gonna take a few trips.
That's right.
Unfortunately, those are not close. That's funny.
No, but also our goal together as a couple is to hit all the 7 wonders of the world, although none of them are in Australia.
Another L for
Another
Australia.
L for Australia. So Australia, I guess I'll be going to that time like 65. But we've already done 3 of the 7. So I think our next on the list would probably be like Brazil or the Great Wall of China. So we have to see which one we can finagle, because I know they do have cruises in Brazil.
Yeah.
So we can do like a cruise, and I can go to that Jesus Christ statue thing and hit 2 things at once. That's great.
Which
Super.
wonders have y'all seen so far?
So we went to the Taj Mahal in India. We went to I was going to say Machu Picchu. We did not go to Machu
No.
Picchu.
Chichen Itza.
Chichen Itza in Mexico. That's the easiest one. If Penny was watching, that's
Yeah.
the easiest seventh wonder of the world to get to. And
Just got to cruise to Progreso.
right, cruise to Progreso, Mexico, and take an excursion there. And you have went to one of the seven wonders of the world. And then the other one that we recently went to is the Colosseum in Rome.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. That's a really cool little like goal to have.
Yeah.
You hear of a lot of, stadiums are hitting different, parts, but having one that's the seven wonders is really cool.
Yeah. Our other goal before we started cruising was to go to all of the Total Reward casinos
Oh yeah.
in
yeah.
America.
We had counts. I think we've been to 19 of them
Yeah.
total. Because we did make it a point to drive to a few of them since even living here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But some of them closed down now.
A lot of them closed down on the list. So
Wow.
we'll get back to that.
Yeah, lots of time in the car. You can drive to a lot of places, but
Yeah.
the seven wonders are a big travel one.
Mhm.
What makes your channel unique or different? Why should people watch you?
I think the name alone is like, so if you don't know our names, a lot of people don't know that our names are Richard and Jasmine.
Mhm.
And it's a play off of our names. In our house, we go by Richard and Jasmine. We rarely call each other. Well, I call him Rich. He never calls me Jazzy, but I prefer people to call me Jasmine, but whatever. I think that our channel name is unique in itself because some people think that, oh, they're just being boastful. They think that they're rich. And what do you mean Jazzy? And yes, we are rich, not in money sense, but we're rich in health, we're rich in life, we're rich in experiences, we're rich in so many things, we're rich in just being just great people all around. And I think that what makes us unique is the fact that we are always like people know us by like the matching family. We always match. We always have like matching outfits on, matching sneakers, matching Jordans. We always travel together. We take our kids to so many different places, different experiences we like to give them ever since they were babies. So I think that's what makes us unique is just the fact that we bring a little jazz in our clothing. Our vlogs are not boring. We keep it fun.
We're living a rich and jazzy
We
life.
live a rich and jazzy life. We like to travel. We like to dress good. We like to eat good. We like to drink good. So, we're never boring, darling.
If it makes you feel any better, I immediately picked up on the Rich and Jazzy. I was like, that's so cute. Their names have to be Rich and Jazzy.
Yes. Yes.
I love it. Yep, I picked up on that. That was really cute. I mean, you have to. If your names are Rich and Jazzy, that is the perfect title. So that was
It's
good.
funny because we struggled with coming up with the name for our
we didn't know
channel.
what to come up with.
Yeah,
Who came up with it?
he did.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just kept playing around with names, and it just came together.
I was like, okay, yeah, that's kind of cute. And then that's
Okay.
like how we spend off our daughter's channel. Their channel is Life of R&R, like Life of Relaxation and what is that one?
Rest and relaxation.
Rest and relaxation. Something I never get. Rest. Rest and relaxation. But their names are Rain and Royce, so it's like a play on that too. So
Yeah.
Life of
Yeah.
R&R. Mm-hmm.
That's cute. What did they do on their channel?
Cruise. They show cruising from a kid's perspective. So now that they're 7 and 8, they have become so used to vlogging that they can hold the camera themselves and create a whole vlog, like a whole series on their own. The latest one that they did was on the Icon, and they actually everything they recorded it themselves. Like they said, okay, guys, today we're doing such and such, like because they watch from us doing it and then them watching other kids on YouTube. Not necessarily, there's like no other kids on YouTube that's doing what they do. That's what makes Rain and Royce unique. Because I don't know many. When I was their age, I never even been on a cruise. But they learn from watching just lifestyle kid vloggers how they talk to the camera and not be afraid of talking to the camera when a whole bunch of people are around. Like they really built their confidence in that. So yeah, they do cruising as well on their channel.
That's really cool. And I think that would also tie in with like the social aspect of that. A lot of kids can't look someone in their eye, have a conversation, shake their hand. Have you seen that translate to real life experience, being able to walk in a room, talk to a room full of people, or have a conversation with other people? Have you seen that translate from the confidence of vlogging to talking to a camera to talking to people?
Absolutely. Well, one, I've always been a people person. I was a drama teacher. I went to school for theater my whole life. So I can always walk into a room and talk to strangers. So that was something natural for me. But I think that when we would go to a restaurant and we'll set up a camera and then we're just talking and
That's a
eating.
hard one
That's
to
a hard
get
one because then you
yeah.
see like people looking like, well, what the hell are they doing?
If you can adjust to that,
Yeah, you can
you
adjust.
can go far.
And yeah, and just now that we've been growing a lot, we're meeting a lot of people that watch our channel when we go on these cruises. So it's like I have to be social because these people are spending their time watching my channel. What am I? What am I like? Just saying hi, you're just running away. Like I just
Right.
have to be able to be more social. And even with our kids, like our last cruise, not our last cruise, but over the summer, I had got food poisoning and I was stuck in the room. And we do interviews. Like we interview people during a group cruise. Like we ask them, like, hey, what you wearing? Like, where are you from? Like, because we do like a contest for Mr. and Miss Melanin at Sea. And I was sick. I was too sick to do it. I was in my room really sick. So my oldest daughter, and she's only 8 years old, she interviewed every single person on her own with a
Every
microphone.
adult. She normally does the kids, but
Yeah.
she took over and she did the whole thing. I went there prepared to do it, but I said, let me give her a chance and I'll start off that way. And I never had to take over. She ran the whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the confidence definitely is there.
Yeah. So so life skills that you're learning while you're doing this is really, really helpful. Definitely builds your confidence.
Yeah, I bet that helps the kids a lot too. Some kids are just outgoing on their own, but I definitely think that it would help to put them out there. It puts you out there, automatically recording and posting things. That's huge. Describe your audience, because it's not just you two, it's family. Your kids have a channel. Describe the audience, kind of the demographic.
Audience demographic. We mainly get people that do watch cruising right now. We do have some people that still stayed with us during lifestyle, and we've actually almost converted some of them into cruisers. So our average audience is around 45 to 55, according to our analytics. I could see we're mainly, because we're New Yorkers, our biggest demographic is from New York. Even though we're cruisers, people expect that probably Florida is going to be our number one, but nowhere in Florida is our number one city. It's actually New York City that watches us the most. We get a lot of the big city. We get Chicago, a lot of people, and Atlanta. Those are the main places our audience comes from.
Okay, so you had mentioned earlier, Jazzy, that you kind of want to be more heavy on YouTube and the YouTube presence and posting more, and you kind of stop film. So once you get to posting everything, it is a little bit later. It might be depending on scheduling. But what platforms are you guys primarily on? Is it primarily YouTube, or do you do some TikTok, some Instagram, some Facebook, some what platforms are you primarily on?
So besides YouTube, we use Instagram daily, every day. I feel like
Instagram, Facebook, we use every day.
Instagram and Facebook every day.
TikTok, we're just there.
We're just there. We don't really have a presence.
We're just hanging in there.
We're just there. We really don't have much of a presence on TikTok. I always tell people, our Tik doesn't talk. One day it will start working.
We repost the videos, the short form that works on Instagram and stuff, but
it just doesn't work for us. I don't know why.
We're not excited about it. It's not excited about us.
Yeah, and everyone we meet that is successful on TikTok, like, oh my God, it's so easy. I'm just like, no, it's not easy. I don't know what's going on with TikTok, but it doesn't work for us.
We need to change our attitude towards TikTok. And maybe that's what
we've been saying that for like 2 years. Oh my goodness.
That's funny. Instagram Reels can probably help you. I bet that's
yeah.
Wow.
So
we love Instagram stories and
yeah,
Reels.
We love Instagram stories and Reels. Like I use my Instagram stories to still feel like I'm in lifestyle. So we show like our daily lives. Like right now, if you look at my lifestyle story, you see what the girls did this morning. I went to the school. She went on a field trip, and continue. So I continue my life. So people literally like to watch what I do on my stories.
Yeah. I will say, as a viewer and someone who scrolls and follows influencers, I love watching stories because I can see what they did in the last day and what they were up to. It kind of keeps it more personal. Maybe they showed, the outfits they wore or the dinner they cooked, or, it keeps you kind of more connected, or more feeling like you're maybe on FaceTime with your best friend instead of, watching
Yeah.
an official post that, had a caption and it was very kind of put together. Stories are really fun to be able to see what, you're up to recently, and the highlights, to be able to go back and look at highlights and get links, and traveling too. It's really cool. Love
Yeah.
the stories. So I know that y'all are primarily cruisers, in contrast to casinos. I know you've been to some casinos, but as far as expectations from a casino, if you were to go and travel and visit a casino or film or anything, what would be an expectation? And you might want to tweak this to where, instead of talking about a casino, you can talk about a cruise. You can take this whatever direction you want to. But what's kind of an expectation to that would bring you into play and to film at their property?
We are big like besides cruising, we do go to casinos. If we're not cruising, we're staying at a casino hotel. So being that we live in a state that doesn't, I hate that we moved to a state that doesn't have casinos, because we used to live in New York, and when we were in our younger 20s, we used to go to Atlantic City every other week. Like that was like
If
our
not
place.
every week.
If not every week. Like when we were 21, 23, we lived in Atlantic City. Like we would be in those casinos. And what drove us, well, even still to this day, is the beauty of a casino. Like if it's a really nice, like Las Vegas type casino, it's really nice. It's well modern. They have great machines. They have a plethora of games. Love that. I love casinos that also have blackjack tables. I love I love, some states, they don't have blackjack tables. Yeah, you got to have a lot of games. You got to have all the glitz and the glam. I want to feel like money when I walk in, even though I'm going to lose some of my money. I want to feel like money. I want to smell money. I want to taste the money. So
we like restaurants. We like to know there's good restaurants.
Yeah.
Like once it starts to become like a full-blown resort, especially because more than likely we don't have a babysitter. So we're probably taking some family to watch the girls at night. So we need something for everyone to be able to do during the daytime.
Yeah.
We got to be able to, it's nice if they have a pool. We know we got something to do with the girls. We know we can do
have
restaurants,
an
arcade, those kind of
like
things.
when we were in Atlantic City, like a boardwalk, they have them like amusement, like they have something in the area for us to do during the day. So
You like a Rich and Jazzy casino.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah,
Right. Rich and Jazzy Casino. Now let us open up a casino.
If y'all open a casino, I will come visit. I'll be your first customer. What types of collaborations are you most interested in? We had kind of talked about clothes and how y'all always match, and you've had some collaborations in the past with clothes. What kind of collaborations do you love the most?
Well, of course, cruising, because if somebody can pay for a cruise, that's amazing. Let's cut to the chase.
Right. There we go.
If we get a free cruise, amazing. But we've only ever collabed, in which we are so grateful. The top dogs is Disney. So Disney is who consistently we've worked with them about three times. So we are very grateful to the Disney Corporation for like flying us out, putting them on our ships and stuff like that. And they don't even have casinos. So if we could ever get hosted by like a cruise line that does have casinos, that would be amazing as well. As far as collaborations, I would like to work with credit card companies like American Express. Like they do a whole partnership. I see them work with influencers and they fly them around and they go to different cities because
very cool events.
Really cool events. Like I think American Express is one of my top places because we also are, not only are we card holders, but we do show a lot of things that we do with our American Express, and we can incorporate that in our vlogs and tell people, well, when you're flying to Rome, Italy, using your points, you can do this. And then we go to the Centurion Lounge when we're in the airport. Like we can really show because we use American Express. I feel like
that'd be a dream collab.
That's a dream collab. Another dream collab is also working with like Navy Federal Credit for me. That's another credit card company that I would like. I feel like the credit card companies have so many ways in which you can work with them and still be yourself and still show yourself and show like what you naturally do. I really don't like being disingenuous on my channel. I like to be myself. So if it's taking me too much out of what my niche is and my realm, then it's not a good collaboration.
We're not going to sell you something that we wouldn't use ourselves. It's just not worth the money to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not gonna come out like, well, Rich and Jazzy told us to do this, and it was not what they said. Like,
Yeah.
like, well, girl, I just did it for a check. Right. You gotta watch your reputation. You can't be greedy in this, because we get emails every day for, stuff like, oh, do you want this? Do you want that? We could do this collab. And it doesn't even work. Like, what do I look like showing a blender on my channel? What am I bringing a blender with me on the cruise? Like, that it doesn't work hand in hand. So collaborations that work with us hand in hand, like the clothes, vacations, hotels, stuff like that all works out.
Yeah. And that is huge for your audience to see that you're not just going to pick up a collaboration because it's going to write you a check, but because you, like you said, it's already part of your life. It's something that you stand by. It's something that it's part of your lifestyle. So having the authenticity of, I'm not just going to do this because it has a check, but because this is a product we love and use even without the collaboration, or being authentic with that. So that's awesome. Okay, that was Rich and Jazzy from A Rich and Jazzy Life. You can check out their social medias in the description box below, and the links will be attached to that as well. And go check out their channel. And thank you both for your time.
Thank you, Berkeley, for having us.